why am I staying so loyal to something that's making me feel so stuck,
Yeah.
And I remember going back and, having that rush, the 27th of the month, 28th of the month, like to hit your quota for that month kind of thing, to get all those sales in, reaching out to clients. Here, you don't have to do that. It doesn't matter. If you don't do anything for a month, it doesn't matter, or 2 months, 3 months, it doesn't matter. You're not going to have someone on your back like, it's so completely different. There's no de-ranking. Like once you hit a rank, you stay there. You can go on a holiday for 12 months and come back and you will still be at that same rank.
Hey guys, you're listening to The Side Hustle Movement, a podcast for you, the high-achieving female entrepreneur who's tired of their 9 to 5. Now, I know you're wanting to turn that side hustle into your full-time gig. Hell yeah. I'm Sheree Murray, ex-chef from the luxury super yachts, and now I'm living life on my own terms, helping women reclaim their financial sovereignty, time choice, and freedom back. Now, each week, I'm going to be bringing you tips and tricks straight to your phone that you can implement into your business. Are you ready to take your side hustle to the next level?
All right, guys, welcome to this week's episode of the Side Hustle Movement. I'm so freaking excited this week to bring you the incredible Danielle from Australia. Now, Danielle is an absolute powerhouse of a woman. She is, you guys have heard me talk about high ticket products and how I moved from the low ticket space, selling health supplements, then moving into the high ticket space to, generate a lot more impact and a lot more income. Now, Danielle and her partner, Danielle, are the 100% the reason why I made the move. And I made this move within a heartbeat, seeing their incredible results from, just having a strong personal brand online, being them, being authentic. They were getting the results that I wanted. So I knew immediately I didn't even have to think about it. I just did it and moved into the high ticket space. So recently they have celebrated a freaking massive 5-figure month. Now, we can't mention numbers, but let's just say it's around 3 times what a head chef makes on a 60-meter motor yacht. Any fellow yachties listening to this will be able to figure it out. If you don't know what a head chef makes on a 60-meter motor yacht, Google it and times it by 3. So, Danielle, thank you so much for jumping on.
My pleasure, gorgeous. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so good to have you on here. So I know your story, but a lot of people tuning in won't. I know you came from the low ticket space. Would you mind sharing a little bit about that?
Yeah, for sure. And big warm welcome, everybody. So I came to this space, I would have been into this, what we're doing right now, about 3 years ago. But prior to that, I was hustling my butt off doing low ticket. And a low ticket item, for those of you who don't understand, that is pretty much a commission between $20 to $50 or $20 to $80. Yeah. So it's okay, but it's not like amazing kind of thing. And I was just building and trying to ramp that up. I was doing coffee shop meetings, I was doing late night presentations, I was explaining, I was doing new starter training, I was helping my people sign up, get started, everything like that. And then I'd find that they would just drop out kind of thing, a month or two later, because it just wasn't duplicating. There was no kind of system in place and it wasn't, easy to share. But I could see people having success with it. So I thought, okay, I'll keep pushing through it. I can keep doing this kind of thing. But it was just burning me out. I'm like, oh my God, I can't keep doing this. I found on the weekends I was taking, my boys to coffee shop meetings, my young 2 children, and going out to all the late night events. And in conjunction with this, I had a part-time personal training business as well. So I was getting up super early to do personal training client sessions and boot camp sessions. And through the day, I was taking the kids to school. And through the day, I was just exhausted, running around, doing all of this and everything else. And just to earn maybe $1,000, $2,000 commission, maybe a month, it really wasn't enough to leave a legacy for my children. I thought, if I'm busting my butt doing this and I'm working so hard to make this happen, how can I ethically share this with people and share that hope with them and make them believe that this is going to be, their ticket to freedom? It just ethically, it didn't feel right for me, and I just had to get out. I thought, if I can't even do this, if I can't even sell this to my mother kind of thing, then I just know this isn't for me. So I stepped right out, and it was when I saw a friend of mine continually showing up online. He was just just a normal guy, but he had changed, and he was just traveling loads. He was making a great deal of money, and he was helping so many people. And we were so intrigued. My partner and I we were just like, what is this guy doing? So it's when we reached out to him that everything changed for us.
Yeah, I love that. And I can resonate. I was back at my low ticket company working from 9 a.m. to 2 a.m., getting $900 a week. And yeah, that's great. And I was grateful for it, but it wasn't resonating. It wasn't the freedom lifestyle I was preaching about online. I was glued to my computer and phone. I was obsessed, with trying to help people, of course, but it just fell out of alignment. There was no freedom lifestyle. I may as well have been working back on a super yacht again, except I would have been getting 20 times the pay. Like, it was just crazy.
Yeah,
so I can resonate with that.
And that's what happened with us too, because the company that we were with, it actually started to drop. And that's why I referred to when I couldn't even sell it to my mother, because it started to drop and fade away and it wasn't that good anymore. So I was just kind of like, I can't even share this now with even my mum. So how can I share this with some total random, off the street who I don't even know? So, So, and you need to have something that you're proud to promote and share, that is going to help people, or it has amazing benefits. That's what it all comes down to as well.
Yeah, 100%. Something that's good for you, good for the planet, good for people in general, and something that you can get behind. Because, I talk to a lot of women that are wanting to move into the online space. They're not necessarily wanting to create their own product. They're wanting to affiliate like us. And they're like, I couldn't sell something I'm not passionate about. I'm like, yeah, no, you shouldn't. It's not, you've got to be passionate. You've got to stand behind the product, the company. You've got to believe in it. And if it's not an integrity, people feel that. There's, as woo-woo as it is, there's an energetics behind this. People can smell BS a mile away.
100%. Energy is everything. And it's just, you have that natural energy. You just want to share something with people naturally if it's a good thing. And if you don't have that naturally inbuilt in with you, then you're not going to have much success. You want to be able to just go, this is absolutely freaking amazing. You've got to check this out, because that it's amazing.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. And how did you find, because, when I started in the online space, I was still working full-time on yachts, and now I fit in my online business in between freelance gigs. It's busy, 18 hours a day. How did you find still running your own business and creating the secondary income online? Like, how did you make that work?
I just went all in. I was just like, what am I going to do here? Like I was doing part-time personal training work because my boys were quite young, and I still wanted to have the flexibility to be able to pick them up from school, drop them off at school, attend after school sports, things like that, and still be a present mum. So I wanted that flexibility that gave me, but obviously financially it wasn't really enough. And that's why I just became a student. I would literally drop the kids off at school at 9. I would go through the modules that we have here, all thanks to the automated platform, the educational platform that we recommend and leverage off. And I just worked my way through those modules and just went all in from like 9 to 2 or 9 to 2:30 and just became a student. But the great thing is it's so interesting. It's not like, oh, I've got to do another module. Well, like, oh, I better do that. Like it was a chore. It was something that's so interesting because it's all cutting edge information. It's all relevant to the now. It's all online. It's, it's techie, it's savvy, it's Facebook, it's Instagram. It's like whatever. It's what is so interesting right now to what's happening. And I just loved it. I went all in, and I just gave it everything I had, because I thought, what else have I got really to give my children? I just had come out from a divorce a few years prior, which landed me in quite a bit of debt. I was working through that. I knew that personal training wasn't really going to pay that all off. And I thought, this isn't really going to be enough to leave a legacy for my children. So I really just knew something had to change. And if it wasn't this, then what else is there? So I just thought, this is it. And I knew that getting in the online space, there's no better time than right now. Like just in the last 2 years with all this pandemic and everything that's been going on in the world, our business has grown so much because so many people have been in lockdowns and, in situations where they've lost their job, and they're jumping online and they're typing into Google how to make money online, how to work from home or whatever. And our business has boomed in the last 2 years because of that. And my heart goes out to all the businesses and people who have lost their jobs during this time. Absolutely does. But
Yeah.
you know, there's always a positive to every kind of situation that happens. And that's the positive. You know, people are looking outside the box. They're looking for other options. So, yeah, I just went all in. And also in conjunction with that, having my children home from homes, you know, when we were in lockdown, and to know that I still had money coming in, that was incredible. You know, I didn't have to worry about finding a babysitter. I didn't have to worry about this or that or going to leave home for a job. I could just do it all from home. So it just ticks so many boxes. And one big thing about what we do in the community we're in, the collective we're in, the women absolutely crush this space. Like 90% of the top leaders are women. And
it's coming so from true. It's so true.
So many. And coming from a previous company where the top leaders were mainly men, coming to this, they're all women. And they're just normal women, but they've just gone all in and crushed it. And they're stepping back into their power. You know, many of them have had kids, or they've just, you know, been out of the workforce for a little bit. They've come back in. Many are still young and they haven't even got to that stage yet, but are just looking for other options. So it's so inspiring and incredible and so empowering to see all these women just totally boss it up and crush this space.
Yeah, 100%. And you're so right. The power of a secondary or third income was golden after lockdown. You know, last year I had all my freelance gigs absolutely canned. You know, that was a good 40K on the table for me. 40,000 euros even. So whatever that is in Australian dollars. And my online business boomed though. And it absolutely saved my ass when everything else was cancelled. So there's always that, this feeling of security. Nothing beats that when things are happening, things are changing that are out of our control. To have something online that will never run out, because the online world is only growing. I've seen it grow so much over 7 years. Who knows where it's even going to be in 14, right? It's not stopping. It's not slowing down. Everything is transitioning online. So to have that security has been an absolute game changer.
Yeah. And that's it. And thanks to the automation too. So just adding to that, with the automation we use, the platform we use, it literally ticks over 24/7. So it can still be sharing what we do with people who are on the other side of the world, and I could be fast asleep. And I don't have to be the one explaining everything. I don't have to be the one that knows all the answers. Like literally, you just follow through a process and follow the videos through. And it's just, it's a game changer, giving you the time freedom, which is why we all do this, for the time freedom, and the financial freedom comes with that as well.
100%. Automation has been a game changer. Not having to get up at 2 a.m. to do sales calls has been, you know, not only good for my mental health and sleep, but like good for freeing up my time. Having someone else do the sales calls, the paperwork. I used to spend hours doing that. And it's just not my thing. It's not my zone of genius. I'd rather not. So having someone else look after that, I can 100% resonate with that. So what would you say to the woman that's listening in, whether she's started a business, wanting to start a business, potentially already in the low ticket, you know, industry like we came from, you know, struggling, tired, over the hustle of that freaking low ticket industry that we know, you know, very well. What would you say to her? Like what to do? What's next? What would be her move?
I would be like, oh my God, just show me another way. Just be open to looking at another opportunity. And I would reach out to Sheree and say, oh my God, babe, send me the link to what you're doing, to check out the incredible educational platform that we use that is automated. And you will see for yourself how easy this is to share. There's a 30-day money back guarantee. If it's not for you, like go through it, go to day 28 or whatever, and then cancel, no worries at all. But at least you know what you're saying no to, and you can go through the whole process and look at it from someone else's eyes, kind of thing. Look at this and say, oh, this is how, you know, my friend Jenny would look at it. And Jenny's someone I'd love to have in my business, or Jenny's someone I'd love to show this to. Like, look at it from someone else's point of view and see how incredibly organized and structured it is. And you will just be blown away. Have your call with a digital business specialist. Just hear them out. Just hear your options, what's available to you. And like I said, if it's not for you, that's totally cool. At least you know what you're saying no to. But well done for you to having a look. And if if you're anything like Sheree and myself, I think you'll be blown away when you go through there and just see how incredible it is and how it can totally change your life like it has done mine. Like I've closed my personal training business now. I now do this full time. I have total time freedom to do whatever I want through the day, and I get little notifications coming through like, you've been paid. I'm like, sweet. I don't even know where that money's coming from.
Pretty freaking epic. Yeah.
I love that. Today I seriously, it's like, I don't know, you kind of lose track, but that's a good problem to have, you know. You just get those little pay notifications. I mean, it's brilliant, and we've been able to hit the top rank 3 times in under 2 years, which was incredible. It's now coming to our 3rd year, and we're looking close to doing it again, like the next next kind of rank we can hit, and it's just incredible what we can achieve. And I don't know, it has changed everything for me. And I'm just so grateful we looked outside the box and just went with it and just looked at other options, because there's so much more out there available to you. And if you know Sheree, know how much of a beautiful woman she is, then I would just be saying, show me more. Just what do I do next?
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Thank you. And I must admit, when I took a look, I felt so loyal to my other company. Like I was like, I'll take a look because I like the idea of not losing a rank in high commissions. I'm a red, that sort of thing is interesting to me, massive results. And I was like, this won't even be for me. But I was like, crap, I'm on a flight to Barcelona. Let's just watch the webinar. Let's check it out. I've got 40 minutes to spare. And then when I saw the results, when I saw the money on the table, and how you could do this all online with automation, no posting about products, I was like, okay, I've got to look at this deeper. As Danielle said, you got nothing to lose. Like you might feel loyal, but you also might feel stuck. And I can resonate with that because I was feeling both feelings. I was loyal as heck, but then I realized I had to be loyal to myself and loyal to my vision of creating this foundation to feed children. And $900 a week was not going to create that. So, and
you've got to ask yourself that question too, like, why am I staying so loyal to something that's making me feel so stuck,
Yeah.
And I remember going back and, having that rush, the 27th of the month, 28th of the month, like to hit your quota for that month kind of thing, to get all those sales in, reaching out to clients. Here, you don't have to do that. It doesn't matter. If you don't do anything for a month, it doesn't matter, or 2 months, 3 months, it doesn't matter. You're not going to have someone on your back like, it's so completely different. There's no de-ranking. Like once you hit a rank, you stay there. You can go on a holiday for 12 months and come back and you will still be at that same rank. Like it's such an incredible business model, and the compensation plan, like high ticket commissions, high ticket is like, total game changing. That's how you make these big months. That's when you're like, boom, that's when you can close, traditional business. That's when you can pay cash for a Mercedes AMG C63. That's when you can go take the kids to, on overseas trip business class, because because you've got that money coming in. You can't do that with low ticket unless you're totally hustling your ass off. And
Exactly. And to be fair, most low ticket income earners, the $1 million earners, that's a collective earning over 6, 7, 10 years. And sure, that's nice, but $1 million in 10 years doesn't cut it for me. It does not cut it. Like
there's quicker ways to do it.
Yeah. There's a lot quicker ways to do it. So don't feel loyal to a life that's making you feel freaking stuck. That's one of my biggest takeaways over the last, 3 years was just cutting that. So Danielle, thank you so freaking much for coming on and sharing your story. Like, I love that we have such similar stories. And as I said, you're the reason I joined this business, and I've never looked back. It's been an absolute game changer for my life and many other friends and women that have come into my lives as well. And guys, if you're looking to create a secondary income alongside your full-time job, you're wanting to get into the affiliate marketing space, but you don't know where to start, I'm going to pop the link to this podcast. Come in, join the Side Hustle movement. It's very clear and transparent on what we do, how I can help you, get aligned with a company that suits you, a product that suits you and your goals, without having to do that spammy, cold messaging, low vibe stuff, because it's 2021 and the times have changed. So the link to the group is going to be in this podcast below. Come join us, come learn what it's all about, see how, I can help you transition into the online space while still working full time. But for now, lots of love from Palmer and see you guys next week.